Shalom, family. This is Quita LaShawn, and I am here to introduce my book, The 12 Tribes of Israel Knowing and Becoming. I am simply here to literally read the introduction to my book. Oh, and come on, little bug. This book is hot. Everybody want to hear it. But anyways, so this is the introduction, and I hope you like it. So the introduction is, why is this book needed? This book is written for those who sense a stirring they cannot yet name, for those who feel that something about identity, history, and faith has been hidden, rewritten, or left incomplete, and who now find themselves drawn to seek truth for themselves. It is written for those who have lived as bywords and proverbs, yet carry an unexplainable pull toward the God of the Bible and the covenant people described in its pages. Many read Scripture with sincerity and a genuine desire to please God, yet walk away with unanswered questions. The Bible is read, but not always understood. Stories are told, yet often disconnected from the identity, covenant, and lived experience. As a result, many are left sensing that there is more to the word than what has been presented, unsure where and how to begin searching. Side note, but this little bumblebee, Lord. This book does not exist to attack the church, but to address a growing hunger. It is written for those who love God, yet feel that key pieces of truth about who we are, where we come from, and how Scripture speaks to our present reality have not been fully explored. It is for those who are no longer satisfied with surface level answers and are ready to read the Bible with fresh eyes, guided by Scripture itself. The goal here is not confusion, division, or debate, but clarity. This work is meant to help bridge the gap between reading the Bible and understanding it, to provide language for questions many have carried quietly, and to invite the reader into a deeper, more intentional walk rooted in truth, remembrance, and covenant. The 12 Tribes of Israel Knowing and Becoming was never meant to overwhelm, condemn, or force belief. It is an invitation to study, to reflect, and to remember. Through Scripture, lived experiences, and historical awareness, this book explores what it means to awaken to identity while accepting the responsibility that knowledge requires. Knowing is only the beginning. Becoming demands action, humility, and obedience. This book does not claim to have all the answers. Instead, it encourages discernment and personal study, reminding the reader that truth is revealed in layers. Some chapters may challenge what you have been taught. Others may confirm what you have always sensed but could not fully explain. Wherever you are on your journey, this book meets you there. Scripture promises that truth leads somewhere meaningful. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. This is out of the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32, KJV. This journey is not about having all the answers at once. It is about being willing to seek truth honestly and allowing it to reshape what we thought we knew. What follows is an invitation to read, to reflect, and to begin walking toward the freedom Scripture speaks of. If you choose to continue, read with an open heart, a willing spirit, and the courage to confront both history and self. The journey from knowing to becoming begins here. So yeah, that is the introduction page. Chapter 1 follows, and it is titled The Awakening. There comes a moment when the explanations you have always accepted begin to unravel. Answers that once brought comfort no longer settle the heart. Instead, they leave a quiet restlessness, an ache that can't be ignored. The familiar begins to feel foreign. Questions surface that refuse to be silenced. And even as doubt unsettles you, something else begins to rise alongside it. The courage to acknowledge that something is missing, and the willingness to seek what has been hidden. Awakening rarely announces itself loudly. It often begins quietly beneath the surface, stirring long before words are found to describe it. It may show up as an unease during conversations that once felt safe, or a growing discomfort with explanations that no longer align with what your spirit senses is true. What once felt sufficient now feels incomplete. For me, this awakening did not happen overnight. It unfolded slowly over years of searching for truths I had never been taught in school or church. Questions about identity began pressing forward. Questions I could no longer dismiss. Who are we truly? What is our history beyond labels we have been given? So yes, everyone, that is just the introduction in the first page of chapter 1, The Awakening, out of my book, The 12 Tribes of Israel. The book is out of chapter 3, and it's Judah in Captivity. I was just going to say a side note, all of my books are King James Version based. So my books align the struggle and the trials and tribulations of the black man and woman in America. And it actually ties the knot together that speaks of the children of Israel. I mean, we all have Bibles in our home. We go to church every Sunday, but we don't really break down who are those people that the Bible speaks of. So I've come to a realization that those people are us, because we fit the curses in the Bible. We fit everything that the word says what happened to those people. So anyways, let me just jump right into it and stop babbling. So there is a captivity that lingers long after chains have been broken. For those who trace their lineage to Judah, captivity is not only historical, it is a present lived experience. It is the shadow in our communities, the ache in our spirits, the patterns we see repeated generation after generation. Sometimes the greatest bondage is not physical but spiritual. Confusion, limitation, and the struggle to remember who we are in the world determined to make us forget. Scripture reveals that this kind of captivity was not unforeseen. There was an expressed desire among the nations not merely to scatter Israel, but to erase national remembrance altogether. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." And that is a scripture out of Psalms 83:4 KJV. Before captivity, restoration, or return can be understood, Scripture requires clarity on one essential question: who is Israel? The Bible does not define Israel symbolically or vaguely. It begins with a man renamed by God Himself. Israel is the name given to Jacob after divine encounter. If you would like to dive deeper into the rooted truth of who we are as a people, head over to thefinalimpact.com to download your version of the 12 Tribes of Israel, Knowing and Becoming, and From Covenant to Culture.